Yeah, so when those people found out, their response was, let's not let anyone find out what happened here, and then they killed themselves because of the guilt they felt.
I've got your back.
But it wasn't just their fault. It was their fault, but not just their fault. Everyone banded together and said, yeah, we'll just accept that. And the guilt for the fact that they just accepted this was so overwhelming. They just, no. They just went, no. And then, yeah. It's very tragic. Overwhelmingly tragic. And yeah. And it took the bravery of one woman, after being wronged so much, after being wronged to the point where she saw no other way out. It took her doing that to finally make everyone reach breaking point and cause a riot, like I say, very reminiscent of what happened this year after the election results. It's just tragic. It's fucking horrifying, and it's a stark reality of a look at the human condition itself. Because you can't look at that and think, well, that would never happen, because it would happen. We all know it would happen, it just hasn't. But it very much would happen if the situation was angled in the way it was in this. It's very much possible. And there's no point pretending it's not. It's tragic, but it very much is possible.
Not my strong. Yeah, you fine by me.
Do you want that whiskey? No. Thank you. Where is it? Okay. It's just to get my strength up to the point where I can actually run around and trade shit. Oh. That's not Alexander, is it? No. Where is he? Okay.
Fine by me.
Let's take everything I can off of these. Take that. Take that. Actually, you can keep them jumpsuits, dude.
That eyebot looks like it's gone through it.
Looks like it's going through what, mate? Come on. Keep them vault suits.
Hell.
Not really, it's been
Still
fixed
making
up.
a nuisance.
Okay, 5k, which is actually not that bad. I'll take all our 308, mate. All of your 308, even the hollow points. Literally, once again, just nothing that makes you go, yeah, I'll have that, you know what I mean? Ithaca. That is what I use, isn't it? I think it's the Ithaca. Yeah, I think the Ithaca is what I use. Yeah. I think the Ithaca is the weapon I use. I could be wrong, but I believe it's true. Oh, I've got more than 3k worth of gear here, mate, to give you. Actually, damn, that's $4 grand. That's I don't even know if this uses power. I don't even think this needs power armor training. Could be wrong, but I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think that it actually needs power armor training. I could be wrong there, but I don't think it does. Instant mash noodles. Let's do scroll on stick. Yeah, get rid of that. Actually, I don't even need that, do I? I don't really need at least. I just keep one of them. Today's physician, keep that. I don't need that. There's no more gun skill checks. It's just the gun skill check I had to pass for him. So sell all that. I don't even care if I do have to eat at least 2k. I actually don't care because, well, I've got 18. I've got enough that if I wanted to, I could go buy Passienia from Cliff Briscoe. I'm not going to because I don't need to. I don't actually need it. It's a 308 bolt action rifle and I've got this machine, so why would I bother? And I'm going to get rid of the mini nuke as well because I just don't need it. Get rid of all them grenades. 12 gauge. Get rid of that. Just letting it go right down. Don't need that 357. Don't need that 44. Down to 12.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh yeah, indeed. I think it does need. Yeah, it does need power armor train. Yeah. So now I have an Ithaca, which it just needs the long tube now. Now it's just a long tube I'm missing.
It's always good for business when the NCR scores a victory like the one at Nelson.
Doesn't look too bad. So how far am I? Why am I still over? It can't just be the power armor, dude. Come on. Must be. If I give him it, I wonder if he'll wear it if I give him it. Oh, he will. Of course he will.
Fine by me.
Well, he will wear it. I didn't know he would. So, his strength has increased quite a bit. Yep. I don't even know how many vault suits that Sarah Weintraub wants, but I don't think it's that many. So we still need to finish the Still in the Dark quest to go to Vault 22 now. Before we do that, I'm going to go to Camp McCarran and speak to Doctor of the OSI. The OSI is the NCR's science division. I think I actually liked the Ithaca before I put the synthetic parts on. I still need to put that long tube on it though. I think when it's got a shorter length of like pull for the actual like slide, it don't look as good with synthetic parts, but when you match the magazine tube to the barrel, it looks better with black parts. So it looks better with wood unless you give it the modern look. The OSI should be over here. Here we go. So let's talk to her first.
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk.
Then you know. What is this place?
This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
No one said it smelled like shit either. Are you a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildren crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, what's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Need help with anything?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercenaries, what for?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you.
Okay, goodbye.
Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Okay. Let's have a word with this prick.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
You look ugly. No, this is the first I've heard about Vault 22.
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Yes, I'd say so. Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never simple as that. Tell me more. Sounds a little hard to believe. What do you need me to do?
I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts.
Can you now?
Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
I had some other questions.
Oh? What might those be?
Tell me more about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Okay. Let's just leave that for now. You look terrifying.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Yes, he asked me to get some data from Vault 22.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
No, Hilden mentioned anyone else.
But now he's hired you. Which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keely and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Right. What I'm gonna do... Alright, I'll look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Basically, I'm gonna deny him money. I'm gonna tell her she doesn't need to pay me, but I'm gonna tell him he needs to give me double.
Something else you needed?
Not the first person he sold to Vault 22, am I?
I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you?
I'm the one asking the questions, Hilden.
Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning to feel like an interrogation. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference.
How many others have you sent to the vault?
I'd have to consult my records. 8? 10? Your point is what?
It doesn't trouble you that you've sent 8 or 10 people to their deaths?
I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I leapt to conclusions without proof.
I want double the caps, or I spread the word that you're full of shit.
All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault. And I'd rather get the data sooner than later. You have a deal. I'll double your reward if you bring me the data. But this is as high as my budget will allow. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Well, why are you so low health?
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Where do I know you from? Need to get some sleep, but it's okay. Right, let's go to Vault 22, boys and girls. Not girls, goyles. You know where like grew little goyles. Sounds like a horrible accent. Like it's Stephen Carell in here voices him. I think it is. I think that's the closest, but that's not. That's actually on the other side. So we need one that's on this side. I'd say the closest is the followers. I'd say the followers is the closest. Okay, we go. Out my way. Ooh. I'm just double checking my settings are on there, max. Yep, that one. No, they are. Oh, they're all to the max. I'm just so shocked. I'm more shocked than anyone else that this is like running as well as it does. Just double checking my recording. I've checked that so many times only to realise I wasn't recording at all, and it's really pissed me off. Why does it keep... I have invisible wall remover turned on, which is basically a must-have. When you play this, you must have invisible wall remover, because the amount of invisible walls you'll run into is shocking. Casinos? Is this where I found that duffel bag? Looks like here. There's Camp McCarran. It looks very similar. I mean, but then again, this entire wasteland is just copy and pasted. Yeah, it's a bit more. I love this gun so much. It's just... Well, are you going to miss? I'm going to use a sniper. Don't use a sniper if you're not sure if you're going to miss. Oh, I won't miss. Just detonate the floor next to him. It's amazing. There stands the grass. This is the last item of Still in the Dark we need to collect. and it's really not easy to get, really not hard to get to. Wow, I massacred them. Yeah, Vault 22 should just be over there, but actually, is it over there? Oh no, it's through here. There should be a load of green basically here. That makes no sense to be here. You see, you can see the start of it now. That's the whole reason he sent us here. It makes no sense, the amount of green. Stay out! The plants kill! Well, so do I. What a coincidence, we have so much to talk about. Usually there's like mantis in that outside. Yeah, usually there's like mantises and that stood outside. That's weird. Let's have a look up here. I can't remember the exact location of this duffel bag, but it was definitely close to the actual vault itself. Yeah. Just to see if it's here, because, like I say, I don't remember the exact one, like, precise location, but it was definitely close to the vault. Like, it was really close, like... I think I'm just being stupid. It's definitely close, but I think I'm going the wrong way. Boy, it sure looks pretty around here. I mean, I get the feeling a lot of these assets are reused from Fallout 3. Normally, if I go here on a console or something, you can't even see through this gap. It's all like red and white dots, I think. Yeah, you can see just past the door. And I'd have to have a look behind me. Yeah, that's all you see from the inside, and I'm really annoyed by that. Because you put all the effort in from the outside, but no effort from the inside. So let's get some sleep before we start the expedition. Just to get my sleep done. Yeah, usually I can't be out of that shade. Why would I want that? I've only just realised I'm basically full. Duffel bag. Take that. Don't want any of that. Yeah, this is Keeley's supplies. Pre-war book. They don't really offer any. Pre-war books are basically useless in New Vegas. Actually, tell a lie. They're not, but only for the DLC. You can basically, when you have pre-war books, you can take them when you do the All World Blues DLC, and you convert them to paper, and you can use them when they're converted to paper to. When they're converted to paper, you can use them to make skill magazines. Vault 22 Expedition Entry Number 1. I've established a temporary camp inside the entrance of the vault. Power inside is minimal, but still running, and I've managed to hack into one of the security terminals. The logs show that several people have entered the vault over the past few months, but none have left. It's getting late, so I'll resume the expedition in the morning. Keeley out. Entry 2. The growth in the interior matches the exterior to a T. It's a little surprising given the scarcity of the sunlight in the entrance room, but even more surprising is that they seem to originate from further below. Maybe that fool Hilden was onto something after all. Since my Pip-Boy is on the fritz, I'll try to keep a running log of my discoveries in whatever computers I can find and collate the data before leaving. Okay. I think that might be the only two I'll read in full. Yeah, I think that might be the only two I will read in full. I might just skim over the last few. I hear voices. Do you hear them voices? I shouldn't be able to repair this. Yeah. You need 50 repair. Do I have a repair magazine? I might do actually. 20. And before I do it, what's my repair? 30. Oh yeah. repair the elevator. There you go. So I've repaired it. You get more just for the XP. I've literally just repaired it for the XP. I'm going to go down floors one by one. Here we go. Vault 22, oxygen recycling. There's some stairs that you can't go down, and the only way past that point is to use the elevator. And I intend to do that at some point, just not right now. Let's check this lab first. Interesting. Make sure you check the trees for Charlie. What's this? No noise complaint? Could maintenance look at the ductwork here on level 2 again? I know you guys took a look at it last week, but I swear the noise is back, and I even have other people that can back me up on this too. Okay, so that must be like left by one of the actual residents. Oh, look at the pretty flowers. That must be left by one of the actual residents of Vault 22 before the vault was abandoned. Okay, just some pretty flowers. Okay. This is pretty much a dead floor. There we go. This is Keely's compilation room, basically. This is where she compiled all her efforts. See how many entries she has. Okay, 3, 4 and 5. See the length for this one. Oh, this level seems to have been devoted to the study of atmospheric effects and plants with concentration and producing plants with a high oxygen yield. Given the problems these vaults were known to have, it sounds like the reasonable avenue of research. Fair enough. It's strange, but some sections of the machinery down here appear to have been modified for some unknown purpose. The restraints regarding oxygen content and systemic pressure have been bypassed. I've been hearing a strange chittering sound for some time now and finally discovered it's secure. There are some kind of giant mantises that have taken up residence in the vault. I almost ran smack into one the other day, but the creatures don't appear to react to my presence at all. Perhaps the others sent here ran afoul of the creatures, but I can't see how a few scattered insects could pose much of a problem for experienced mercs. So the mercenaries that have gone missing, they know that she knows that they've been sent in, they've just gone missing, but she doesn't know where. Right. Now, see the entrance here? That locker over there has the vault components we're here for. Check inventory. Retrieving inventory information. Data, miscellaneous. Seriously? Okay. But basically, it's that locker over there we need to get to, because inside that locker is what we've come for the Brotherhood. But we're also here to find Keely as a little side quest type thing, so do that as well. This is actually quite a tame floor. Let's go down one more step. Interesting. Alright. Spore carriers. That's our first first experience with the negativity in this vault. So yeah, let's explore. Right, let's have a look. 6. I finally found some of the bodies of the scientists that live here. They appear to be overgrown with some form of lichen. They blend in so well with the other growth that I walked right by several of them without even noticing them. I've taken the proper precautions, but the lichen doesn't seem to be contagious, at least to ghouls. Entry 7. This level appears to be where they performed most of the research NCR is interested in. I've been able to collect a little, but the vast majority of the data from the research done here is inaccessible. I'll have to find the main backup and download from there. Okay, so she's looking for the mainframe.